What if one of the most powerful beings in the universe turned against Earth? Imagine a determined mind, equipped with a weapon capable of creating absolutely anything, limited only by the wielder's willpower. Green Lantern is no longer our protector. Now, no one is safe. Today, you'll discover the complete plan to contain Hal Jordan, one of the most feared members of the Green Lantern Corps. Hal Jordan, a test pilot, was chosen by the Guardians of Oa's Ring for his unwavering sense of order and justice, a code that transcends planets but often clashes with his stubbornness and the weight of his own guilt. Versatile in combat, he switches between ranged attacks and direct confrontations, creating energy constructs that range from weapons to vehicles, instant defenses to gravitational fields. The ring is both a weapon and a lifeline. It needs periodic recharging, leaving Hal vulnerable during moments of emotional or physical strain. Despite his unshakable demeanor, he's given in to emotional pressure before, but he never stops acting, driven by an obsession that knows no bounds, until the cost becomes unbearable. When we talk about the greatest feats of the Emerald Ring Bearer, Hal Jordan single-handedly held the front line when the Sinestro Corps invaded Earth, pushing the ring to its limits to create an energy barrier that became the planet's final shield. As seen in Sinestro Corps War, he faced and resisted possession by Parallax, the embodiment of fear, regaining control of his mind and ring, proving in Green Lantern Rebirth that nothing breaks his will. At the height of sacrifice in Emerald Twilight, he absorbed the central power battery's energy by himself, bearing the weight of an extreme act to stop the apocalypse, saving the universe even at the cost of his own legacy. Hal Jordan's power comes from the Green Lantern Corps ring, which turns willpower into pure energy. His unbreakable determination allows him to create, with thought alone, any structure or weapon. The more creative he is, the more surprising and effective his arsenal becomes. From walls to sophisticated gadgets, everything is born instantly. The ring also connects Hal to the entire Corps, providing universal communication, automatic translation, and access to strategic information. He's more than just a soldier. He's a coordinated force, ready to act anytime, anywhere in the universe. But every source of power brings vulnerabilities. First, dependence on the ring. Without a recharge, Hal loses nearly all his strength. Second, intense emotions. Fear, doubts, or trauma disrupt his connection to the ring, something villains like Parallax have already exploited. Finally, Hal relies on his physical and mental state. If he's unconscious, psychologically shaken, or under mental attack, the ring can fail or be removed, leaving him open to immediate neutralization. To destabilize Hal Jordan, two pieces of equipment are essential. The neural turbulence generator, which emits ultrasounds to overload the mind and disrupt the focus needed to control the ring, and the blinding red spectrum protocol, releasing particles that distort the light spectrum the ring perceives, compromising spatial awareness, vision, and threat detection. Together, these devices break Hal's mental and sensory focus, creating the ultimate opening for containment. The best place for the plan? A high-security underground facility with walls of exotic metals like lead and promethium, blocking energy signals and confusing the ring. Dark environments filled with narrow hallways and reinforced automatic doors force Hal to limit his creativity. Absolute climate control and pressure sensors further increase his disorientation. A true technological labyrinth, everything ready to become a trap, neutralizing each of Green Lantern's advantages and turning every second into a survival test. The containment team is made up of specialists. Black Lightning uses interference fields and electromagnetic bursts to overload electronic systems, including the ring's sensors, and attacks Hal's nervous system with blasts that disrupt his focus. Captain Atom manipulates energy on multiple levels, absorbing, redirecting, and even neutralizing ring constructs, as well as creating openings with radiation pulses. Zatanna, the Justice League magician, creates illusions and manipulates senses, confusing Hal until he loses all spatial references, and she can even isolate the ring technologically. In support, Oracle monitors and coordinates everything, hacking sensors, triggering traps, controlling drones, and tracking every move Hal makes in real time. With this team, Hal's focus is shattered, his powers neutralized by specific countermeasures, and his mobility completely monitored, making containment not just possible, but almost inevitable. Contingency plan. Operation Emerald Eclipse mission start. Zatanna conjures an illusionary barrier, distorting Hal Jordan's sense of time and space. Black Lightning, silent and precise, overloads the ring's sensors, forcing Hal to waste energy. Captain Atom advances, absorbing and redirecting attacks, making the ring less and less responsive. As Hal tries to understand the attacks, every step triggers traps commanded by Oracle, further restricting his escape routes. With no clear vision, senses overloaded, and willpower shaken, Hal is finally convinced, by both strategy and pressure, to surrender. The ring shuts down. Hal Jordan is captured, the emerald glow at last eclipsed by the flawless execution of a joint operation. In the end, one thing is clear. Against a Green Lantern, victory doesn't lie in force, but in strategy strategy, precision, and the union of talents. A perfect plan means combining knowledge, technology, and vision. Even the most indomitable hero can be neutralized. So now I want to hear from you. Did you enjoy the video? Then leave a like, share it with anyone who loves an impossible mission, and subscribe so you don't miss any new dossiers around here. Who else deserves a special containment plan? And tell me, what would your strategy be to defeat Green Lantern? I want to see your theories and ideas in the comments. Until the next operation.